According to history, in the upcoming 30 days, we're about to have a massive rotation in the market to altcoins. And that is why I'm making this video, because in today's video, I'm gonna be exactly explaining about what is about to be happening next for the market. Is it only Bitcoin, or are altcoins once again next going to be exploding as well? I have got actual proven data points suggesting what is about to be happening next year. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap that like button back above 1000 likes on today's update video. And yes, in the end of today's video, I'm gonna give you my top 3 picks from all different sectors for the upcoming bull run, and I'm gonna be doing some in-depth analysis about them. So if you do enjoy these videos, let me know in the comment section down below, then I can definitely make more of those in the upcoming period. So let's start off this video with basically talking about altcoin season. I mean, if you watch my regular update videos, you may know these charts, or if you follow me on Twitter, but basically where it comes down to is due to the fact that I have been around for a very long time, and I have seen some very interesting signals where the market always tends to be doing something certain. So of course I've been predicting exactly with also the US election and all these other things, the Bitcoin bull market to get started, that exactly played out like we predicted. But also, if you've been watching me, you know I've been calling for an altcoin season in the upcoming like 10 to 30 days ahead of ourselves. And I say 10 to 30 days is because I don't know exactly if it's going to be happening tomorrow, of course, because I believe history tends to rhyme and not necessarily repeat. So what we have learned from the past is that basically every single time, about 224 days after the Bitcoin halving, we tend to see altcoin season getting started. And if we're going to be looking about how far we're currently into this, we're about like 2 to maybe 3 weeks out before this event is going to be happening. And at that point, it basically is where the market is topping out here, and then the altcoin season started. Because where you want to be basically going all into altcoins is whenever the Bitcoin dominance is at a high point. And now we're still at that high point. So the risk of investing in altcoins right now is, in my opinion, if you choose the right ones, particularly low compared to Bitcoins, because risk is basically measured always against the amount of rewards you could be getting from those risks. And if I'm right now looking at the altcoin market with all this data suggesting it is about to be happening, in my opinion, the risk to reward is looking quite okay. And you of course got the 224-day chart, but also you've got a different chart where you can basically see every single time after the US election, we see a slight little pump here on Bitcoin dominance. That is so far what we've exactly been seeing. And then just later, we tend to see the market top out and have a massive altcoin season. And right now we're exactly in that period where the crossover point is about to be there. And while the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin chart is actually creating a falling wedge pattern, which is of course actually looking quite bullish in my opinion. So we're creating a rising wedge on the Bitcoin dominance, suggesting we're about to be getting a turnover point anytime soon. So once again, the technical analysis is telling us we're about to be seeing a major altcoin season, but more importantly, also the historical data points are exactly saying the same thing here. And if we're just looking at the previous cycles, we know in 2016 we saw the altcoin market cap doing a 150x. In 2020 it did a 40x, and I do believe this time around is going to be definitely less than the previous cycle. But already, let's say we're going to be doing a 10x in the total altcoin market cap, it is going to be bringing us some extreme gains here. So I am very conservative, and I do think we can still do like a 5 to 10x from off this point. Even though if it's only going to be a 3x from the previous all-time high, it is already extraordinary, since if you're getting into altcoins right now, we are still down, let me say this correctly, at about 33% below all-time high. So from off this point to the all-time high, it is already another 50% gain here. So there are definitely massive amounts of gains yet to be coming. I've been talking about the bull flag pattern here on the altcoin market cap also many times before on my channel, and I believe the breakout is starting right now and the most amount of gains are coming. But of course, then you have got the question, what do I need to be buying? Because nowadays there are so many altcoins out there that are actually considered to be quite good here. And I believe this upcoming cycle, there are going to be 3 performers or 3 sectors that will be performing very good here. It is of course going to be meme coins like Pepe. Of course, it's going to be coins with GPU power / AI like Render. and it are going to be coins that are having Ponzi-nomics. And this sounds very weird, but I'm gonna be explaining it a little bit later in the video, because I'm gonna be talking about these coins as well right now, why I have heavily invested in them. And this is Ethena. So my conservative picks with relatively low risk and potential extreme high rewards are these three coins. I'm right now gonna go in depth of them real quickly. And guys, I want to tell you, of course, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just what I am doing. And make sure to always do your own research. But first, let me explain why I believe Pepe is going to be doing extraordinary. So in the previous cycle, we had, of course, Shiba, the follow-up coin to Dogecoin. And Shiba went to $60 billion in market cap. And if we're right now quickly going to be checking the market cap of Pepe, Pepe is currently sitting around a whopping $5.5 billion in market cap. So if it would go to the same level as Shiba right now, it is still going to do a 12x. And if you invest like a significant amount of money, a 12x is very, very nice. Or if you're going to trade it, it looks very nice. And the reason why I compare Shiba to Pepe is basically Pepe is the meme of this cycle. I mean, the follow-up meme to Dogecoin from this cycle, and Shiba wasn't from last cycle. And I do think that Pepe has got the potential to do similarly well as Shiba. So right now also we're creating a major weekly consolidation phase, which is actually starting to be breaking out right now here. We've consolidated ever since February 2024 all the way here to December 2024. So November 2024. So we've been consolidating for a very long time here, and the breakout is finally starting. And I do believe the narrative definitely fits this cycle, and I still think like a 10x is in play for Pepe. I am holding like about 200k right now here, and if I can get a 10x, I'm making 2M from it, and I definitely would take that because I initially invested 10k. So I would literally make from that point from 10k all the way up to 2 million. So that would be a very great trade, because the first time I found about Pepe and shared it on my channel that I bought it was all the way down like around $20 million in market cap. So my next pick is going to be Render. And to quickly explain for the people that don't know what Render is here, Render is basically a GPU powered project. It's doing a lot of things with AI as well here, and I believe it's still quite undervalued. It's sitting around $2.7 billion in market cap. It's one of the best utility projects in my opinion out there right now. And if we're going to be looking at last cycle comparison, where could it go to? I think definitely 60 to 80 billion US in market cap. I mean, the most valuable company right now in the world is Nvidia, and Render is basically the cryptocurrency like Nvidia. So I think the potential is extremely big here, and that's why I still think it could like easily do a 10 to 20x in terms of fundamentally speaking. But then if you're also looking at the chart, Render and Ethena look very similar to each other, and basically what we're seeing right now is that we broke the major downtrend right here. We're right now still testing the previous range high, but as soon as we break the previous range high, and of course altcoin season in general is going to really take off here, I believe this is going to be one of the top gainers in my portfolio. So yeah, very excited about it. Then we've got Ethena. I believe it's like somewhat of a Ponzi, because like maybe you guys know here, Luna from last cycle, Ethena is basically exactly the same here. Ethena's got an algorithmic stable coin behind them, and I believe that Ponzi's, they will probably work until they don't. And that is why I want to be just benefiting from the major potential Ethena could have in this upcoming cycle. It is only sitting around $1.6 billion US in market cap, and that way I believe it's got huge potential towards the upside. It already started to reverse majorly here on the daily time frame, and just right now we broke above the previous range high, and I think the chart is just telling us we're going to be going much higher. And if I just look at the market cap and the potential compared to last cycle, it has loads and loads of potential. So yeah, this was it for me in today's update video. If you do like these videos, let me know in the comment section down below. I could make even more videos like this, show you more of my major picks in my altcoin portfolio, so you can basically do your own research on them and learn from the things I am basically saying. So guys, this was it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.